Hi, I'm Todd Russell, and I'm a certified financial planner professional in Nashville, Tennessee. I created this site and these videos to teach and inform about long-term care product solutions, how they work, the different plans, and to inform you as a consumer what's available in the marketplace so you can make a well-informed decision. So this presentation is a detailed review of the fourth of the four options we've been discussing, annuity with long-term care benefits. This type of product solution fits for older ages and for people who might have existing non-qualified annuities or a lump sum to allocate to this type of plan. So this is friendly for older ages because the approval process is generally not as rigid as the plans we've discussed in the other videos. So you can find more videos and other information on my website at www.myltciplan.com. This plan functions like a traditional annuity would. So it has a fixed interest rate, it will grow income tax deferred, and a long-term care fee is usually deducted from the policy value. So this annuity can be used for income withdrawals, but it's important to understand that this type of a plan does carry a surrender charge for a period of years. So if you do allocate funds to this, you would not be able to withdraw all of them without penalty. Most of these plans do offer a penalty-free withdrawal each year, perhaps a 5 or a 10% free withdrawal. Sometimes it's in the first year, sometimes it's after the first year. So it's not like your money's locked up and it can never be touched. You still have liquidity if you need it, but it's just on a limited basis during the surrender charge period. But the main reason that people would consider a plan like this is because of the long-term care rider, which provides a multiplier on your deposit, perhaps 2x to 3x. So if somebody were to allocate $100,000 to this, it could turn into $200,000, $300,000, or even more of long-term care benefits depending on their age and the product design. This plan is generally funded with cash, or if you have an existing non-qualified annuity or a life insurance policy with cash value already on your personal balance sheet, you might be able to reposition that through a 1035 exchange to fund this plan. When it comes to design flexibility, annuities with LTC riders are a little more limited than the other policy types we've looked at in this video series, but there are still a few important levers to consider. So first, some plans allow you to add spousal coverage. So both spouses are covered on one plan. It's important to understand, though, that this does come with an additional internal cost that you need to make sure you evaluate. Next, most of these plans are designed with a benefit duration usually between 2 and 6 years of care, although some might be a little bit longer. And then last, some products do offer inflation protection, but it's much more limited than you might find on the traditional or the hybrid LTC plans we've discussed. It's not always available, and when it is, it may either reduce your initial benefit or it can significantly increase your internal charges. You just need to be aware of that, because when you add bells and whistles, it does increase the internal cost and fees on the plan. So becoming approved for an annuity with a long-term care rider is generally the most lenient of the processes of all four long-term care policy types. So these plans are often designed for people who are older and who may not be in perfect health, or maybe who didn't qualify for the life or the hybrid policies. So the approval process is generally just a phone interview with the carrier. It's a simple, straightforward interview. In most cases, the entire process is done in one call with the carrier. They'll ask questions, you answer them, and then the carrier makes a decision to approve or deny your coverage based on those representations in the phone interview. You generally won't need to do an exam, and there's almost never any lab work involved in this process. And this leniency makes annuities with LTC riders especially appealing for people who are 65 and older and who may have some bumps and bruises on them health-wise that may prevent them from obtaining the other types of long-term care coverage. So let's run this plan through the live, quit, and die framework. So as long as you're alive, your funds stay accessible. So you can withdraw from the annuity if you need cash up to the free withdrawal amount. So if you end up needing care, the long-term care rider will multiply your annuity value to create a larger benefit pool. That means you're not just spending your own money, but you're tapping into the insurance multiplier that leverages the dollars that you've put into the plan. So if you quit and change your mind and you no longer want the policy, you can surrender it and access the cash surrender value. Usually during the first 10 years, there may be a surrender penalty, but once the surrender period expires, the full cash surrender value may be accessed with no penalty. Or if your needs change and your income becomes more important than long-term care coverage does, you have the option to annuitize the contract and to produce income later in life. And then last, when you pass away, your heirs receive the account value. So if you use some of the long-term care value, then the remaining account value will be lower, or if you use all of the long-term care benefits, your account value would be zero, and there would not be any death benefit remaining. You would have exhausted all of the benefits in the plan. So if this seems like it could be a good fit for your personal planning and you are curious about cost, you can go to my website at www.myltciplan.com and review sample pricing under the See What It Costs tab. Or if you'd like to see a custom proposal on yourself, then the next best step is simple. Fill out the proposal link in the YouTube video description below or the link on my website. So an annuity with a long-term care benefit can turn idle assets into guaranteed care dollars. It's an efficient way to protect both your lifestyle and your legacy. I would encourage you to continue watching all 4 videos in this series about the different long-term care product solutions, traditional LTC, hybrid LTC plans, and life insurance with LTC riders, because you want to see the full range of strategies available to you.